Hello, everyone. I have a great show for you this evening. Hang on. I have a great show for you this evening. As always, we're back Thursday. Show day. Today we're going to be talking about stay-at-home dads. Now, the way I see it with this whole stay-at-home dad thing, to me, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it per se. But when the woman is the primary breadwinner, all right, I just wonder to myself how she can go home and be like, how was your day, honey? What have you been up to? And not feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Because, maybe he's at home with the kids or whatever. And that does happen. I'm not saying it doesn't, okay? I'm just saying, if she's paying for the stuff, she's a single income household, she's the breadwinner, all right? Again, I know this is real and exists, but I start to wonder, when he goes and buys a new set of golf clubs, and he goes, hey honey, I'm headed out with the boys this weekend, we're going to be golfing, and see you on Monday. She's going to go, who bought those golf clubs? You know what I'm saying? Maybe the thought is just going to creep up in the back of her mind. You all see the grudge? The hand just goes right through the hair. Maybe the thought goes, are you going golfing this weekend? Who's paying for that trip? I had projects. You're staying at home to do my projects. We were going to go to the Home Depot and then brunch. And then here's the thing. If she's earning the money, and then you're like, I'm going, and then the guy's like, I'm going to play golf with my homies. I just bought $2,000 worth of golf clubs, and I'm going to see you next weekend, or whatever. And then she's going, who paid for those golf clubs again? Was that your money or my money? That's the first thought. And then the second thought is, she goes, well, I had a list. I've been thinking about it all week. I'm sick of these cabinets. We need new siding. These shingles are falling off. Grass needs to be cut. Who's going to do that? That was my plan for you. And then now you're like going golfing with your buddies. Who's paying for that? So I always wondered that. You know what I mean? On the flip side of it, I get, like, say for instance, the man is the breadwinner. All right, and the woman's at home. And then she's like, hey, I want to, go out the bachelorette weekend or something like that. I don't know. I'm going to go out with my girls. We're going to go to her parents' villa and whatever. I don't know. The guy would be like, oh, thank God. Yes, please go. I bought that video game console. It's been collecting dust. I can't wait to spend 2 days playing it. You get what I mean? So when I see it the other way, I think the guy is like, oh yeah, sure, honey, go on. I didn't want to do these projects anyways, right? But then whenever he's at home all day, what is he doing? That's the other thing. If you're at work and a man's sitting at home all day by himself, to his own devices, that man, you cannot convince me that man doesn't have a secret Tinder account. You just can't convince me. What else is he doing? There's no way. If that man's just sitting at home waiting for you to get home, he's definitely got a secret Tinder account and women that he's convinced that he's in a different situation than he is. And he's renamed them as dominoes in his phone. For sure. You can't convince me otherwise. I'm just saying. And maybe it's because I was raised in the South. I don't know. But for me, I just feel as if I'm not making money as a man, what am I doing? Straight up. I get that sometimes, guys can raise the kids on their own, this and that. There are situations just like that. But, it just feels like that's what a mother would want to do, like to do some more. Not saying they can't do it, man. I'm not saying they can't. I was raised by a single mama. She had to play both roles in my family. Make no mistake. All right. So I get it. I just also feel for her bit. You know what I mean? My mama had to make something of herself with no education, and she did. And she did that because she had to, you see. And when you know what happens to a woman that has to provide for a family because she has to, it hardens you. It makes you pretty masculine. It makes you a no-nonsense hustler. And that's a very masculine characteristic, or a set of masculine characteristics. And my mama had to do that for sure. She had to be both the mother and the father. All right, single mother, for sure. And that's not a preference, but it was a necessity. All right? So I wonder to myself, is if you're the woman who's working in a single family income, all right, the man sitting at home, what characteristics is he developing? You know? And don't get me wrong, if he was like a carpenter and he's building on a second bedroom to your house, or a third or fourth bedroom to your house, or he's putting an add-on or whatever, he's busy building the equity in your home or something like this, you know what? Fine. I'll concede to that. I can see, all right, he's a handyman, he's working, he's building, he's got his little project, you see, that is going to be an equitable mutual benefit. Sure. Okay, sure. But most of y'all, that ain't it. That's not what's happening. Most of y'all, you're not dating somebody that can build anything. Can't do anything. All they can do is sit at home and lie. That's it. And y'all dating them. So, don't get me wrong. If there was a guy that was capable and at home and doing shit to build y'all's future, fine. But if he's just sitting at home playing Madden, playing video games 12 hours a day, you get up in the morning, the butt crack of dawn, 5:30, I don't know, early. All right? He's still asleep. Or worse, he's still up from the night before. God. You know what I'm talking about. And then when you get back home from work, he's still sitting there wearing the same pants and clothes he wore yesterday. Dishes in the sink. That's what most of it's like. Most of the guys that are sitting at home, they are not building out an extra bedroom in your house. They're not. They're not carpenters. Most of them are just excuse makers. Pile of dishes in the sink still for you to do when you get back. How can y'all date that? Some of y'all for real dating that. We can give you all the reasons in the world why they can't get a job or won't get a job, more like it. And just because the woman happens to be educated, just because she happens to be educated and capable, does that now mean she has to just work to bring home money for the man? What's he doing? What is he doing? A real question. I want to know. What's he actually doing at home? And don't you feel guilty? Don't you feel bad? Wouldn't you feel bad as a man? You're just sitting at home, just waiting for your wife to get home? Cooking her dinner in your little apron or whatever you do. I don't know what they do. I just straight up don't know. I would just feel guilty as a man. And I don't get why men don't. I don't get it. You have no idea how much I've heard about men just straight up wanting to be a stay-at-home boyfriend. Straight up. I heard that the other day. A girlfriend of mine is telling me, she's like, look, these guys I'm dating now, they see that I'm making money. They just want to move in with me. Be my stay-at-home boyfriend. How pathetic. Y'all are one argument away from you being a homeless man. Just because she happens to have an education or something going for her, then she's just going to what? Are you going to be dickmatized? It's going to trick you into setting up shop in your life? I think that you better think twice. All right? Because I think that it's really hard to respect a man you have to support financially because he just won't get off his ass. I think that's really hard. And man, I would think as the guy, I would go, fuck, I gotta get off my ass. I gotta do something. I can't have my woman out here out earning me. Let me get to work or something. You know what I'm saying? And anything short of that just feels like a cop-out. Just like laziness. Just like taking advantage. That's crazy. That's crazy. How's it going, folks? I'm back. Another live. Answering questions. How's your dating life going? Let's get this thing started. We missed you. I'm here every Tuesday and Thursday. You're in the gutter. Y'all got to get out there, sis. What is this kid? What is this cat lying? That was cool. Never seen that before. I don't date anyone. Well, I'm not saying that's a good alternative either, folks. You're not Rapunzel, though. You got to get out there. Shiny white knight's not going to come riding up on a steed into your bedroom or to your living room and your couch. You got to get out there, folks. Let's see here. I've been with my man. I've been with my man for 6 years and no ring on it. What should I do? Move out? Get another man? That man ain't ever going to marry you. He's been, and y'all been together for 6 years. And now you think he's going to, what? You think he's going to propose on year 7? Ha ha ha! I bet he won't. I bet he won't, sis. There's nothing you're going to be able to do short of saving that man's life, going to get him to propose. You know what? Y'all should just move to a state where they got common law marriage, because that's all you're going to get. Equitable property or whatever they call it in Canada. I don't know where you are. That man ain't never going to propose. You should just move out. You should be like, I'm packing my bag. You ain't proposing to me. I'm packing up. And if it's your house, you change the locks. I don't know. Be like, I'm trying to make room for someone who will. It's been 6 years of my life, and I have no security in this. Just drop it on him, too. He'll be at Zales that weekend or whatever. Every gift begins with K. I signed a new lease. K, I got a restraining order. K. So, move on out. That's how you do it, folks. Just move out of the house, guys. If that man hasn't proposed for you in 6 years, he's never gonna. So, move out. That might light a fire. And if it doesn't, you're just saving yourself anyways. So, start packing things up. See if that doesn't make a move. Back it up, sis. That's right. I waited 13 years. Jesus Lord, Emily. Talk about rolling the dice. Here's the thing. You date a man for over 10 years. Date a man for over 10 years. What happens with them is that y'all date for 10 years, and then some cute barista smiles at him one time, and then the next thing you know, y'all are having an unnecessary fight, and then he's engaged in 6 months to the barista. If he's been dating you, Emily, for 10 years, he hasn't proposed yet, he thinks he can do better than you. And the only way you're going to get him to move is by packing your things and leaving. Nothing like a little chaos to get things going. All right? I kicked him out. That a girl. That's how you do it, folks. Thoughts on motorcycle, man? I have a motorcycle. I don't drive it often because it's a little dangerous, but I have one. I drive it around sometimes for fun, whatever. Not a lot though, because crazy out here in LA. But the thing is that when you date a guy who's a motorcycle guy, if that's like, the problem with that is that that's like 80% of their personality. They got tattoos on their arms and hands, and then they have a motorcycle, and that's like their whole character. Ta-da, that's it. Motorcycle and hair gel, and that's about all. All right? So like, the problem with that is that sounds great at first, and it is for about 2 weeks. And then it's like, all right, I've basically seen it all here. The walls are empty. I don't know. I've seen it already. What else you got? It's fun to ride on the back of it one time, but that's all they got. You see? That's like, dating a guy that's a motorcycle guy is more like a tourist attraction, meant to be, you do it once, and then you're like, all right, that was fun. That's it. Motorcycle guys aren't like guys that are fiscally responsible. You know what I mean? They drive a motorcycle. Primary mode of transportation. So, it's like getting on a tour, new city, go on a tour bus. You check it out once, see the sights, and you go, okay. Let me know when you get a vehicle that is meant for two. All right? That's what I think. Now, if he just has a motorcycle, hobby, interesting thing, he's able to drive one, he can take you around on a Sunday or something. That's cool. That's different. But when it's their whole personality, that's not cool. That's like, all right, I get it. Now what? Lame. Hi, everyone. Hello, everybody. What if a guy waits for you to open the door? Now y'all just messing around. That's crazy. I know a man standing out there waiting for you to open his door. Stop that. I'm in love with you. Don't say it unless you mean it. How about a truck guy? Truck guys are fine. Truck guys, nothing wrong with truck guys. They make good money, drive around the country, all good. It's the lot lizards you got to worry about with the truckers. It's not like you're in competition with the lot lizards because, missing teeth and all. But they're on these long hauls, and I don't know. Let's see here. You said, hang on. What you said last live, you like pretty women. Yes. I've been with my partner for 20 years, and we've got 2 kids. Wait. Been with my partner for 20 years, got 2 kids. I've never been big on the marriage thing. Girl, if y'all been together for 20 years and got 2 kids, don't even worry about marriage. Y'all tie a string around your finger. You're already there. Y'all been married already, under God or whatever. So, just my advice to you, ma'am, in your situation, just squirrel a little away. You know what I mean? Just in case. Just in case he has an inkling to go get himself a 20-year-old girlfriend or whatever. All right? Just put it in a sock somewhere, stuff it under the mattress. Something like this. Get another apartment across town. And a boyfriend named Filippo. He can come on over. Whatever. Just, have a backup plan is all I'm saying. Just squirrel a little away. Don't be left high and dry, man. 20 years, y'all already married, but have something in the back. Have something in the bank. You better have something in your name, not a joint account either. Wait. You're not wrong. My grandma used to tell me this. Yeah, grandma's right, folks. Be my Filippo. I might. Let's see here. What does it mean when a guy constantly stares at you but doesn't approach you? That means that he's just making way from a man with more confidence. Don't even worry about it. If he is scared of you, you don't want that man anyways. Trust me. Trust me. Grown ass man afraid of a little contour is crazy. He's afraid of a light beat. That's crazy. Let him leave space for the guys that aren't. All right? You'll be more attracted to the ones that aren't afraid of a little glam. All right? Why do men expect women to take care of them like their mommies? Because that's the thing. I'm pretty sure that all men are doomed to marry their mothers anyways. The way it is with men are simple. The way they understand is affection is how their mother was affectionate towards them. So they all got mommy issues and weird sexual kinks because their mom was a little weird with them or whatever. All right? So they're all gonna if you mommy them, they'll take to you. But then that's a slippery slope because next thing you know, you're doing everything for them. You know what I mean? So they might be destined to be, to marry their mother, but date one that has some self-initiative and you'll be fine. All right? Laundry, dishes, cook, and clean. Yeah, y'all gotta listen here. Y'all gotta at least date a man that can afford a housekeeper. If they can't afford a housekeeper, tell them to come back when they can. That's it. That's a good deal too, I think. Listen, most men are sloppy, myself included. To be honest, I'm not a tidy person per se, but I pay people to keep my life tidy. That's the whole point. Is this way my life is organized and staged. I prefer it to be organized, of course, but I will just leave stuff out. But I also have full-time staff all day, every day that is just picking up behind me. So if he can afford it, then that's great too. If he can't pick up after himself, which most men can't, then he needs to at least have enough money to have somebody can pick up after him. And then that's better. All right? But some of y'all some men straight up will date women so that the women can become their little servant, their little unpaid intern that's more than full-time. Cleaning up behind them all the time for free. Out of what? Guilt? Like you ought to? Is that what they expect? You ought to clean up after me because we're sleeping together now? What? What a joke. So, straight up, just don't date men that can't afford a housekeeper. Straight up. That's right. Let's see. Been there, done that. Yeah. One 1% of the population, leaving us with 0.1% of the population. That's a good point, ma'am. I didn't see who your name was, whatever, when you said that, but that's a good point. You're saying that because I'm saying simply date men that can afford a housekeeper. You're saying, oh, well, that's not everybody. Most men can't. I'm suggesting that men will work as little as they have to, straight up. So if if what it takes to get a woman at all is the ability to afford a housekeeper, every man would have a housekeeper. Don't you get it? Don't you see? If you all lock arms like some Hands Across America, remember that? Y'all remember Hands Across America? Y'all all link up arm in arm across America and say, if you can't afford a housekeeper, keep it pushing. Every man will rise to the occasion. What do you think they were out here working so hard for? They're working out here to get a woman. They would just sleep in a cardboard box if they thought they can get you to come to it. Some of y'all are going to it. That's a whole other issue. We'll deal with that in a minute. But but if y'all all say, in order to get a woman at all, you at least need a housekeeper, they would go, oh shit, I better get to work here to get me a housekeeper. That's how it would work. It's y'all weak ones giving the ones that are slobs that can't afford a housekeeper a chance. That's it. Because y'all yourself are signing up to become their housekeeper for free. Is that what you want? Do you want to be somebody's housekeeper? Why are you dating a man who can't afford a housekeeper? Do you like unpaid labor? There's some exploitation laws about that. You might be owed something. There's a 555 number for that in your state or whatever. I promise you that. Call a lawyer or the labor board. You're owed something. Why are you cleaning up for some grown-ass adult for free for 120 hours a week? That's crazy. So if y'all banded together, they'd all afford their own housekeeper and be the neatest houses you've ever seen. All right? It's your weak ones that are letting them slide with this. There's a class action suit against them, against your exes. They're out here working. They're out here working hard to get you. That's the point. Men are working hard to get women. That's the whole thing. They know that if they make something of themselves, they'll be able to attract a pretty woman. They know that they have to adorn themselves in good clothing, and have interesting things about them, and have a good career and have an income. They know all of those things are what's attractive to women, and of course it would be. So that's why they're out here working so hard, so they can get a woman. What else are they working for? What else for it? To impress their parents or impress men, maybe, but for the most of them, they want a woman. So they're getting a job and they're making something of themselves so they get a wife and have kids. That's the whole point. So if y'all all say, can't get a wife unless you have a housekeeper, you got to be able to make enough to at least afford a housekeeper, then they'd all have one. Don't you see? It's true, though. That's true. Let's see here. What does it mean if he's overly nice? Sorry. I missed it, sorry. I missed it. Where do I find these hardworking men? Well, you don't find them at the dive bar. Who was that earlier that said he's dating a man just because he has a motorcycle? That's all you got? I need to see some investments. I need to see your FICO score. I need to see where your 401k is, how your 401k is diversified. I need those things first before we begin to talk at all. And you're having a $6,000 motorcycle doesn't impress me at all. Where's your other vehicle? If you spend all your money on a motorcycle and tattoos, I'm not interested. Don't you guys get it? If you can't afford a housekeeper and a car that at least fits too, I don't want it. No thanks. I'll just reply to the other person in my DMs. Don't you get it? That's how you do it, folks. They want what you got already. All right? You're taking the highest bidder. So, Start treating it like you're an auctioneer. Going once. Going once. No, new bidder. Going twice. Like that. All right? Pit them against each other. Invite all of your options to the auction. Make it an open bid. And stand up there like an auctioneer speaking a mile a minute. And let them duke it out in the bullpen. Just start saying no, folks. Say no more. And tell them straight up, I'm accepting bids from the highest bidder. What you got? Bring the documents with you. That's how you do it, folks. Put yourself out there and then take the highest bidder. All right? I hope that helps. $400. I hear 500. 500. I hear 1,000. 1,500. 1,500. Do I hear 2,000? 2,000. 2,000. 5,000. Do I hear 5,000? 5,000 going once. 5,000 going twice. Sold. Venmo me 5,000 and then we'll go out. Just like that. That's how you do it. Make your charitable contributions to my blowout fund. That's how you do it, folks. All right? Oh, man. What if I come from a broken and very humble family? Should I tell them? Listen, guys don't care how much money you make. Again, they want you anyways because of what God gave you. Don't you see? They don't care how much money you make. If a man's worried about how much money you make, he's sizing you up for some ulterior motives. What in the Tinder swindlers going on here? All right? He just wants you anyways because you're a woman. Don't you see? As long as you put yourself together well, tweeze those eyebrows or whatever, wax that mustache. Some of y'all got mustaches and you need an adjacent mirror. And you wax that mustache. All right? Put some dry shampoo or whatever. And you guys do that, they then want you anyways. And it doesn't matter how much money you got. You see? There are plenty of men that are perfectly willing to let you set up shop in their life and they'll pay for everything as long as you got it like that. Don't you see? You got to be pretty. You got to be desirable to them. But they don't need your money. They want you as you are. They'll make enough money to support you too. I promise you. Choose the highest bidder. What did I just say? All right? So tweeze those eyebrows. Some of y'all, eyebrows right there are connected. It's one brow. You have an eyebrow. So, pluck the middle. All right? And beat your face and get some heels and get out there. Okay? That's how you do it, folks. You don't need any money. Most of y'all's little bags got lip gloss in it anyways. And that's perfectly fine. What do you need in there anyways? They want you anyways. They don't. If they're worried about how much money you make, they're scheming. I promise you. They're setting up. They're estimating how little they're going to have to work based on how much they think you've got on your first date or whatever. So, just bring yourself a little purse, not a big purse, a little purse, a little bag, a little clutch, whatever. Put your lip gloss and ID card in it, and then literally show them on the first date. This is what I got. Still interested? And they'll all say yes every time. As long as you have 2 eyebrows and not 1, and an adjacent mirror to pluck those peach fuzz mustaches. You then go first thing. You open up your little clutch and say, "This is all I got." Still interested? They'll all say yes every time. I promise you. Show them up front what you got. I got lip gloss, an ID card, and 6 Tic Tacs. 5 Tic Tacs. Y'all still want to go out with me? He'll be like, "Oh, of course I do. I'll pay for it. Don't worry." You'd be like, "Oh, great. Where are we headed?" That's how you do it, folks. Just own it up front. This is all I got. Look at it here. This is it. I hope you didn't want more from me, because I got myself and I got this clutch of things. There's like 7 items in there, 5 of which are Tic Tacs. You still want me? And they'll all say yes. And they'll pay for dinner. I bet you they will. I promise you that. I promise you. You're a professional auctioneer, that's right. Okay. That's right, don't bring your big purse, bring your little one. How much did I spend on a makeover? As much as it takes, sis. What do you mean? Here's the thing. Men are dumb with it. So they don't know what cosmetic things you're doing. They just don't. They never will. They will full on be on Instagram looking at a woman with full blown BBL, 400 cc's in the chest, full on fillers, Botox, everything, full glam, as if they're walking on Miss USA, the stage of Miss USA right now, and a wig, and they'll be like, "Oh, I love natural beauties." Heart. They don't know. You can trick them so easy. All right? So, what does that mean for you? It means you do whatever it takes, because they're not going to notice anyways. All right? So whatever it takes for you to look your best, just do that. You're going to trick them anyways. Don't feel like you need to overdo it or underdo it. They won't know the difference anyways. They'll swear you're a natural beauty no matter what. What do they know? You can trick them. There's people in Korea are full on shape-shifting their whole damn faces. They like straight up go from looking like Gollum to looking like Miss Universe. It's the craziest thing. And men are still in love. They're very visual. Y'all can trick them. So, whatever it takes. All right? Oh, man. Just, you got to get up earlier than them, though. That's the only problem. You can never sleep over. You'd be like Cinderella. You got to run off or it all comes falling down. Before he sees the real deal, in your rags or whatever. All right? Get out of there before the clock strikes midnight. I gotta go. I just gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta work till the morning. I gotta go. Like that. All right? That's it, folks. That's how you do it. Just y'all can trick them. That's what makeup's raised for. Yeah, either that. Yeah, that's right. You either get out of there before the clock strikes midnight, or you go over to Jeffree Star's page and get you some setting spray that lasts. All right? I don't know. Something like that. Okay? Y'all get what I'm saying. Y'all can trick them. Okay? Just don't let them feel the pins in your head or whatever. That's it. Easy. Okay? Oh, man. Gemini. No, I'm a Libra. Let's see here. Just dated someone. Just dated someone for a month and found out he's 28 and a little debt, living paycheck to paycheck. Look, sometimes that happens to guys. You know, I'm not saying money. Here's the thing about making money, especially if you didn't come from any money. So I didn't come from any money. I had to do it the hard way. And here's the thing about money. It's like this. If you make anybody that makes money and isn't just bestowed money, like you're doing inheritance or something like that, money in life is like this. All right. So the guy's down on his luck a little bit right now. That doesn't mean he can't make it later. That's cool. That's fine. It's the ones that are perpetually broke that's the problem. If they're 45 years old and they're still broke. I mean, again, it can happen to you, but my God, you've had a long time to try. You see what I'm saying? And so, if just because they're a little down on their luck today, that you go, that's cool. It says all you got to do is say this. Listen, I understand your situation or whatever. Just I don't need that kind of stressed out energy right now. I just want to be fucking happy and peaceful, and I don't need to be just wrapped up in all your bullshit. So why don't you get some money and then come on back when you're a little bit more pleasant demeanor, so that I can be happier. All right? And in the meantime, I'm just going to date my other boyfriends until one of y'all steps up. All right? That's it. Simple as. Just so plain to them. Don't you see? Don't you get it? Look, y'all, you going through a lot. I see that you're stressed, but I don't want any part of that. And just when you get it all figured out and you have money in the bank and we can start spending some of it, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to see my other suitors, and whoever gets there first and proposes is the winner. Ta-da! We're all playing this game together. No hard feelings. Just get your stuff together and come back with a ring, a big one, 5 carats at least. Okay? They're cheaper now, but that doesn't give you. That's no excuse. All right? Just get yourself one of those diamond machines or something. I don't know, but you're stressed. I'm not. I don't want to be stressed. Figure it out. Okay? And then come on back. Simple as that. And I think that's fair, to be honest, because what I'm saying to these guys straight up is that they're just trying to date women before they have any money in the bank. And let me tell you something about this. The financial situation that you're in is the biggest fucking factor that rips couples apart. It's because men are wanting to date women before they have anything to show, before they have any money in the bank, before they haven't proven themselves in the world at all. So if they're just instead of focusing on getting money, they're focusing on tricking some woman into their shitty financial situation. That is going to be misery for both of y'all. Don't you get it? And then you're just going to be hopeful and empathetic, and then you're going to be in a relationship with this guy that's frustrated, and when he doesn't make it, doesn't figure it out, he's just going to blame you, and y'all are going to fight. It's going to be a big fissure, and your kids are going to suffer. Or you can date a guy who puts his priorities in order. Takes a hard look in the mirror and goes, oh, fuck, because of my own shortcomings and inadequacies, this is why I'm in the financial position that I'm in, and I'm unable to take care of myself, let alone a woman or children, so I better not start involving them in my life until I have some money in the bank so I can figure this shit out. Don't you think that's a better approach? Don't you think that's better for everyone? I do. So a divorce then, because that's the other thing. Y'all date guys that put the cart before the horse. I get it. When you're young, I get it. You're romantic. You don't think it matters. But you know what does matter? College tuition, private school, soccer lessons, Pampers even. It's expensive. It's always expensive. You got one fucking job, and that's get enough coconuts so that you can afford that shit. You see? And when you can't, talk about stress. Talk about cortisol through the roof. Y'all aren't sleeping together when you got so much cortisol going through your veins. That's crazy. Trying to make ends meet. It's pretty hard to be sexually aroused to a man that can't make ends meet, and you have to shore up the difference. It'll be drier than the Sahara. And then what? Now you have to allocate some budget for lubricant. I don't know. Because it's drier than the Sahara. I couldn't even imagine living that way. And now you're in a worse financial position because now you have to do a whole new budget allocation. So, the way I see it, when there's money and ends are meeting, Niagara Falls. Seems right to me. A lot easier to respect a man that makes ends meet. So Niagara Falls. And you can save some money on that budget I was talking about earlier. All right? All I'm saying is that finances matter, and it's way sexier to be able to afford it than be in a position where you're eating ramen and it's not a gourmet choice. You get what I mean? Because that guy with the motorcycle and the tattoos was fun at first, and then now you just fucking hate him. Having secret conversations in the bathroom with your mother about this man that you hate because he asked you to help him make one of those motorcycle payments and he won't get a job. Is that what you want? Because that's what you're going to get. Fiscal responsibility is way sexier than a neck tattoo. I promise you. I promise you, in the long term, 6 months in, you're going to fucking hate the guy with the neck tattoo. And 6 months in, you're going to love the guy that's got a job and is respected and makes enough money to make ends meet. I promise you that. All right? I promise you that, folks. You should talk to my mom. I'm talking to her right now. I hope she tunes in. Russell, I broke up with my boyfriend. What should I do? Story post. You broke up with your boyfriend? Post that on your story. You ever see when girls start posting on their story again as if they come out of hibernation? It's like you always know they broke up with a boyfriend. They're like on the market, you know? Haven't posted in months, and then she just pops up on a story post. Full ready. Everything, shower, everything. Jelena's newly single. Let them know. It's just marketing anyways. Put yourself out there. All right? Just post a picture on your story again and be like, see what offers come your way. All right? That's what you do, folks. That's right. Glam up. Post that on your story. Hello, folks. Okay, let's see. Hello. Thoughts on dating apps? They work. If you have no other options, get on dating apps. Good, you caught the live, caught the tail end of it. Let's see here. Do you play the piano? Yes. Sometimes. Every time I play the piano, though, I get not a strike, copyright. Which I'll take that as a compliment, though. If it sounds like a song that you recognize, I'll get a copyright violation. Hello, folks. Do you watch Love Island? No. What? Let's see here. Okay. Do you like Shira 7? Yeah, I like Shira. Shira's a friend. I like her a lot. We talk. She's good people. They're really, really good people. I like her a lot. Let's see here. How do I get this man to travel with me? Those men don't travel. Here's how you want to get a man to travel with you? Here's how you do it, folks. You want to know how? Just book it anyways. If you want to get a man to travel with you, book it anyways. All right? Book your flight and their flight, non-refundable for yours, refundable for his, whatever. Just book it. Book it on his credit card. He won't know. Put it on his points. Get his points off his Amex. He won't know. He won't notice for a while. Whatever. Just refund it to him. And then just say, look, I'm going to Ibiza. I'm going anyways. So you're either going to let me go. You don't have to let me. I'm going to Ibiza. I'm going to Ibiza. And I'm going to go listen, and we're going to go party with Rufus Du Sol, and I'm going with or without you. I booked your flight, but I'm going. So it's this weekend. So we coming? You coming? Or not? That man won't let you go by yourself. He'll be like, wait, where are you going? Rufus Du Sol's there? Wait a second. Yeah, I'm coming. Let me get my bathing suit. You already got my ticket? Okay, I'm coming. Because you can buy him a ticket. You can buy him a flight. Two people can live in the same hotel room. So just get the tickets, all right? Non-refundable for yours, refundable for his, all right? And get the hotel room. It's all booked. You're going, all right? Two can live for the price of one. Y'all going. And then you give him the choice tomorrow. Listen, I'm going to go see Rufus Du Sol and drink tequila with a bunch of men in Mexico. I don't know, wherever you're going, Tulum, wherever, okay? And then he's going to go, wait, no, you ain't. Wait, let me get my bag together. I'm coming with you. Then that way you make the choice for him. He can always choose to refund his ticket and get his money back, but you're going anyways. And then when you mention you're going to be drinking a bunch of tequila with some men in Mexico listening to Rufus Du Sol, do you think that he's going to not go? That's how you do it, folks. All right? You just book it. His will be refundable. Sure, honey, you can get your money back. Don't worry. If you don't want to go, you don't have to. I'm going to the concert. He'll be like, where am I bathing suit? I'm going to get my stuff together right now. When is it? Tomorrow? Okay, I'm coming. That's how you do it, folks. And then if he's like, well, you can't go to that, I'm going to be like, yes, I can. It's non-refundable. I'm going. Yours is refundable. Mine is not. So I'm going. I'm not wasting my money. Give him a choice, and I bet he'll come. That's how you do it. All right? I promise you. He'll turn up. What if he doesn't have a passport? Listen, Janine, I'm assuming that's what your name is. Listen, it's your fault for dating a grown adult that doesn't have a passport. That's not his fault. That's your fault for allowing that in your life. Why would you date a man who doesn't have a passport? You must want to live this way. You should vet that on the first date. Bring your passport to the first date. A, to verify your identity, because you never know. And then B, so that I know that you have the ability to travel or are willing to or have. More importantly, have. All right? If he doesn't have a passport, my question is why are you dating him? What's wrong with you? Where did you go? Where did your mama go wrong? You see what I'm saying? She should have told you. And she should get a ticket with points. Or pay a fine or community service or something. Because she wronged you. All right? Why are you dating a man without a passport? All right? Think about that. That's on you, not him. All right? That was your choice. You better get that passport. You better sign him up. Do it if you have to. All right? You better get in one. Oh man. Okay, listen, folks. I gotta go. I am doing the TikTok live thing right now. People are making a lot of money on TikTok. I'm doing that right now in 5 minutes, something like that. Everybody, I know some of y'all already signed up for that. I'm doing how to make money on TikTok. I'm a TikTok corporate partner. I don't know if y'all know that. Make a lot of money with TikTok, and people are making a lot of money on TikTok selling on the platform, affiliate sellers. So I'm gonna show y'all how to do it in a free webinar at 6 p.m., which is in like 7 minutes. If y'all want to come to that, link is in my story or in my bio, but in my story is where you'll find it, both TikTok and Instagram. I'm showing you how people are making a tremendous amount of money with their own products that they like reviewing in their own household, whatever. You can make a lot of money on TikTok right now selling stuff. Y'all see those TikTok shop videos? Those people with no experience, people with no content experience, moms, several kids, never been on social media before, cleaning up right now, making hundreds or thousands of dollars just posting silly stuff, reviewing products that they're already using, straight up. So that's one of the things that I do. I'm working directly with TikTok. They're right down the road from me. I was just at their headquarters last week. I'm going to be showing you guys how to do that. Straight up copy it right now. So click the link on my story and we'll see you guys there. For the rest of you, we'll see you at the next show on Tuesday. All right. Thanks everybody for joining me. I got to go set up for the webinar. For those of you who want to see how to make some money on TikTok, go click the link. Otherwise, I'll see the rest of you guys Tuesday. Bye-bye. Bye, guys.